Workplace welfare. Health, safety and welfare in the workplace. The Workplace Health, Safety and Welfare Regulations 1992 state that employers have a duty to provide basic facilities such as toilets, drinking water and washing facilities to make the workplace environment safe and healthy. The workplace may be defined as any premises or part of premises made available as a place of work. These regulations do not apply to domestic premises and exclude home workers. Things that should be considered to make sure a workplace is as safe and healthy as possible are covered in this section. Structure and design. Buildings must be solid and made from materials that meet legal requirements, in other words, no asbestos, and appropriate to the work activity, so not a timber hut for welding because of the obvious fire risk. The internal layout should take account of the work activities to enable people to do their jobs safely. Careful planning in design can do much to prevent future accidents from people working in cramped or unsafe conditions. Construction sites where building work is taking place also create hazardous environments that need special consideration. Lighting. Adequate lighting must be provided in all workplaces, where possible by means of natural light. Emergency lighting must be provided in situations where failure of the main lighting systems creates a danger. Staff training and supervision. Employers are required to make sure all employees are competent to carry out their role safely. This should include informing the employee of any health and safety implications when they start a new job or change their role. Supervisors should make sure safe working procedures are understood and followed. Ongoing training should also be arranged to reduce the risk of accidents. Housekeeping. The workplace furniture and fittings should be kept clean and tidy, and all equipment stored in the proper place. All waste products and packaging should be disposed of so they don't present a hazard, obstruction or means by which fire can spread. Workstations and seating. People should have adequate space to work in, since overcrowding can lead to stress, and working in confined spaces while using tools or manual handling can lead to accidents. People should be able to leave the workstation quickly in an emergency. If possible, work should be conducted sitting down, and if necessary, a footrest must be provided. Floors, stairways and traffic ways. Anywhere that people move should be maintained in good repair and regularly monitored to make sure it is free from obstructions of any sort. Uneven floors can lead to slips, trips and falls, the most common types of workplace accidents. Carpets should be regularly checked to ensure close fitting. All stairways should be fitted with handrails and open stairways fitted with guardrails. Maintenance. Buildings, equipment and safety devices should be checked regularly. A routine maintenance programme, procedures for reporting faults and making sure repairs are carried out promptly by a qualified person will improve workplace safety. Temperature and ventilation. A reasonable temperature must be maintained. 16 degrees Celsius is considered reasonable for low physical activity. 13 degrees Celsius for strenuous physical work. Any means of heating or cooling provided must not give off any noxious fumes. Enclosed workplaces must be well ventilated, where possible by fresh air. If mechanical ventilation is necessary, it must be fitted with appropriate alarms to warn of failure. There is no upper temperature limit, but risk assessments should be done if temperatures are excessive. Doors, gates, lifts and escalators. These must be fitted with appropriate safety devices. Glazed structures, windows and skylights. Where there is a risk of contact and subsequent breakage of the glazed areas, the glazing should be made of a safety material or otherwise protected against breakage and be clearly marked to show its presence. Where windows and skylights are able to be opened, closed, adjusted and cleaned, they must be able to do so without creating any risks to the operator. Toilets, rest and washing facilities. Men and women should have separate toilet facilities unless each toilet is in a separate room with a lockable door. Toilets should be kept clean and well maintained. The needs of the disabled must also be considered. In addition, drinking water must be provided, together with hand washing facilities with hot and cold running water. In some occupations, areas must be provided for resting, eating and changing. Safety signs. To make sure employees, visitors and contractors are aware of health and safety issues, employers are required to clearly display relevant health and safety information. The colour and shape of safety signs are also specified in law. They are as follows. Prohibition. Red border and crossbar from top left to bottom right on a white background. For example, no smoking. Mandatory. Must do. Circular in shape with a white symbol on a blue background. For example, wear ear protection. Safe condition. Square or rectangular in shape with a white symbol on a green background, for example, first aid equipment. Warning. Yellow triangle with a black border, for example, slippery floor. Information. Square or rectangular in shape with a white symbol on a red background, for example, fire extinguisher. Unless the approved leaflet version is given to all employees, it is a legal requirement for all businesses to prominently display this poster. A safe workplace is everyone's responsibility.